Northern Swords.
Ka pai, and we have, of course, onto my right.
Welcome, Phil. Welcome to the team. Northland maybe learnt a lesson 12 months ago when Wellington pipped them at the post. So, looking forward to, I know which way you're going to be going, but how is the league in Northland at the moment?
It's getting better. It's getting better. I have to say that we're having a better communication with our whānau from up in Taitokerau. And I'm pretty sure by next year we'll be back together again as a whānau, as we are.
That's good. Well, it was Otago won the toss and they kicked off. They're playing from our left to right, your right to left. And it's Northland now hitting the ball back up after receiving a relieving penalty to get out of their 20. And they were on 5 metres on halfway. And,
singing a song, Anna. Just want to dedicate this to you. No.
Yeah, they're the best players that we have up north at the moment. A lot of young fellas out there, a couple of 20-year-olds and 18-year-olds. So, the future looks good for us up home at the moment.
Making some fantastic yardage too is the Northern Swords. Ngā mihi kia koutou te taitokerau, te rārawa, tau pauri, ka mutu i a ngā puhi nui tonu me ngā hapu me ngā iwi katoa o te taitokerau. Tēnei mātou e mihi nei kia koutou katoa. Welcome to this broadcast, of course, brought to you by Radio Tainui. As the Northern Swords put the ball into the air, done well there, a good take by the winger of the Otago rugby league team right now as they bring it out 20 metres from their line.
Yes, Otago, the Whalers, won the South Island tournament. They went through undefeated. So speaking with their coach, Dave Reedy, and Dave's a good bloke. I've known Dave for a while now. He's done a lot of that coaching and development stuff down there. And he said they were up for it. That was his word. They were up for it. Probably, he said a couple of players to watch out for, and it's the 13. Jake Flower that's running the ball back now, and they're 10 metres on their side of halfway as they look to that settle down period, I guess, Patrick.
Yes, just into the grind right now. Both teams, of course, will want to get some stability in their side as the Otago kicks the ball. Nice kick as well. But a brilliant take by the Northern Swords right there. Bringing it back. Nice, good, strong run. Who's that young fella there?
Roni Bukikoto. He's a young boy. He's a 19-year-old. He's a big future in the game.
Which club is he with, Phil?
He's with Takahiwai.
Oh, I knew he'd be a great club.
Nice.
I knew he'd be a great club. Yeah, he's the next Takahiwai boy myself.
Ka pai.
Born and raised in the village. But so it's Northland and they're approaching halfway, and a bit of size about this on the side. I quite like what I see here. And,
our paw bones are big up there, bro.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, we're coming up.
I'll see you next week, my friend. I'll bring it as the number 3 for the Northern Swords, Kyle Hu.
Is that Shane's boy?
Shane's boy, yep.
Yeah, good Takiwai people, and his mother was an Epiha.
Oh, big strong kick there. Might be too hard, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, after that last game, 12-10, and the Stallions getting home, that was outstanding football, and they were enjoying it that much. The clocks
ran away on us.
So we'll have to keep an eye on that time here. These blokes will be playing 40, and it's a tap restart, and Otago through their winger Pichu Tavaki. He's going to play the ball and first tackle.
These two teams met 2 years ago in the final of the championship, and they ended up a 14-all draw.
Oh, wow.
And luckily for us, we had a better percentage. So Otago really in for a game today against us. They think they owe us.
All right, 14 more. Is that the rules here this year as well, JD? No golden point?
Extra time. There is golden point. There's extra time. And then, unfortunately, after that, it'll go back to first try scorer.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so Mr. Kevin Bailey, who I think he wrote the rules back in the day. Kev, he's been around the game for a while, ex-referee himself, and a tremendous player, and actually good.
Oh.
Yeah. I want to give a shout-out to Graham Hill, too, from Rotorua. Sergeant Graham Hill there from the establishment, and he's been a big supporter of our mighty tournaments, and what a great appointment. And he was lucky to come along with Harley Ward to our All-Stars game last year with the New Zealand Mighty Rugby League. So really pleased to see Graham Hill, and I hope he's allowed in Northland after the game.
Talking about Northland, they've definitely got an opportunity to apply some early pressure, and they're enjoying a bit of field position as well.
Yeah, most definitely. And Phil, You know, who will they look for here? Look for the big forwards?
Oh, they'll look for Rapine Bruce and Wuramu Tairanga to drive it into the middle there, and then look for our speedy wingers to finish it off.
Speedy wingers.
Cut by Edwina Shelford playing the ball right there as they come back to the open side, dropping it back inside to the big prop forward, number 8. Rapine Bruce. He's still going right now. Oh, what a fantastic run that was. Did well, also, of course, to stay inside the field of play. Playing the ball now just shy off the line, coming back to the open side right now. The fullback, the halfback, of course, showing a little bit of footwork right there. Jesse Ipia.
Is that an Ipia from the Takiwai clan?
Same Ipia.
I wonder whose dad is. Yeah, no, she's. They're going wide now, and he's going to look to run his winger in. He forced the ball away, got it away, straightened up. The winger cuts back in, does
well. Offloads the ball, and just slipping as he was going to take that ball right there was the standoff. The number 6, Levita, as Otago now with the ball, bringing it out of their own half, and here's that big 13 we were talking about early on in the game. Mr. Jake Fowler, just shy of his 20-metre line right now, running out of dummy half, is the Otago side. Good defence there by the Northland side though right now. Oh, just a little bit of a lapse there in dummy half, not knowing what was happening. Struggling to get out of their own 20 is the Otago side right now. Some really good pressure from the defensive line off the Northland team at this stage as they look to kick down and find some field position. They definitely wanted, and a brilliant kick it was as well. Didn't quite get the bounce he wanted right there. The number 1, the fullback, Tama Api Neru. Whakahoki ana I te poro I tēnei wā. One-on-one strip, he's going for it, but did well to hold on to the ball. Oh no, he didn't. He did lose the ball in the end.
Otago took it off Matthew Carl. And and then now they're attacking. They make something out of nothing.
Oh, a good run there by the number 3 for the Otago side. Tofi Tuamoana Solia. Making it to the 20-metre line. Otago hard on the attack right now. First time they've come into the Northland territory. Let's see what they can do with it. Number 11 running the ball up about 3 metres away from the 20-metre line.
Cameron Brown, and they're 20 out now, and they're going to move the ball to the right. It's coming through the backs. Here we got the big 19 out here, Sione Fasa also, and he's well contained. That was a good tackle.
Good tackle.
Yeah, good tackle. What are we on about? The 4th tackle. They're going to look to go left and shift the ball back, and it's Inoki Nā Fa'u, and at 5'8". Yeah, another John Hong Lee. Made some of these Otago names, whānau, I tell you. And they're going back to the left again. Headgear, he kicks the step.
Not a good kick.
Execution is...
Good defence there by the Northland side. Wasn't a good kick, of course, from the Otago team right there. 5th and final. Should be a handover. I know we're going to go to the scrum.
Between the Northern Swords and the
spine not in room yet, boys, eh? They filled the spine of the Otago Whalers and not quite set, you know. But however, it's early days. They got the scrum.
They got the scrum feed. I'm not too sure what happened there. Yeah. Maybe a touch from the Northland somewhere in the mix there. I didn't see it, but oh well. Otago get an opportunity now to apply a little bit of pressure. We were talking early on about the COVID situation, and of course Auckland got shut down. How was it up north?
We got shut down twice, so it was a very long season for us. A lot of players didn't come back after the first shutdown, but we managed to finish off the season, and Takahiwai took out a grand final.
Up by Otago now with the ball. Their fullback making a good run right there. He could go all the way. He's looking for the try line, and he does. First blood, of course, going out to Tama Apineru, the fullback for the Otago Rugby League. Against the run of play, you think, JD? Or?
Oh, they had a bit of field position, but the call on the far side and given the scrum back in the set play. They must have been rehearsing that at training, and he joined into the back line. And usually on your first tackle, you know, you sort of middle up and get it, go to an edge. But it was obviously set play, and he joined in. He showed a good turn of pace. Yeah.
And we can see Autumn Rain right here. Of course, the player of the tournament over the weekend, over the whole of this tournament for the ladies. Of course, with the Stallions. Autumn, if you can come over here, we'll have a quick little cordial to you. I just want to say congratulations and all of that to you. Autumn, you had a fantastic season, of course, and you're one of the up-and-coming players, and no doubt we'll be seeing you a lot more over the future. How did it feel out there?
It felt good. I was a bit nervous, but we got there in the end. Lucky I was tired in that last defence.
It came down to that last bit of play, didn't it? And,
Yeah.
and you had to scramble really well, and which you did. Any standouts for your team from your perspective, other than yourself, of course, taking out the player of the tournament?
I really enjoyed the leadership of Chucky and Kahu. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Maya was with the big hits.
Yeah, she did as well. And of course, we lost Trish early on in the piece, and she was causing a lot of havoc in the halves. How big a loss was that for your side?
It was a loss, but lucky we had players that could step up and just fill those roles easily.
All right, awesome. What's in the future for you, girl?
Not sure, just whatever I'm going with the flow really. Enjoying league at the moment, and yeah.
We've got a lot of wahine out there who are looking up to you right now, and of course you're getting a lot of TV coverage as well these days, a lot of live streaming happening. Has that been a great inclusion into the game, you think?
Yep, it's definitely good, just getting that exposure. Yeah.
Okay, before I let you go, just to all those up-and-coming players that are coming up, what would you say to those young kōrero, and what do they need to do to get up to your level?
Just any opportunity you get, just take it and don't be scared, just go hard.
E te tuahine, neira te mihi atu kia koe. What a fantastic season you had this year, and I can't wait to see what you're going to bring to the season in 2021, and good luck for it as well.
Kia ora, thank you.
Ngā mihi. Autumn Rain Stevens, of course, the player of the tournament for our wahine this year, had a fantastic game in that grand final, and it was awesome to speak to you too at the tuahine. Ngā mihi kia koe. As we come back, of course, to this men's fixture between Otago and Northland. Right now, the Northern Swords with a great defensive set right there, a great defensive tackle, should I say, Aroha Mai Te as Otago, and then number 13 now bringing it back out is Jake Fowler, somebody we were told to look out for, and he's been busy already in this first half. The number 10 now bringing it up, Mr. Ricky Allen, who is also the captain of this Otago team. Otago seem to be up for it at this stage of the game. Right now, they try, of course, giving them a little bit of energy and a little bit of excitement.
Yeah, early doors, Patara, and I'm sure once Northland gets some possession and start to use it wisely, their big forward pack will start to rumble forward. And but they're playing with a lot of energy. I just think they're out energising the Swords at the moment. But sometimes in our game that happens when you have possession. But for Northland, for the Swords, Phil.
Yeah, they look a little bit nervous actually. Their defensive structure then. The defensive structure down on the try line there was not very good, I thought. Yeah, Phil Marsh here. Yeah, hopefully they can pick that side of the game up, and we could be better. Yeah.
Absolutely. Phil Marsh, of course, from the Northern Territory, and John Devonshire to my right. My name is Pātara Berriman, and we are so honoured to be here in Tamaki Makaurau today to call this game, this grand final of the NZRL National Championships. Northern Swords right now bringing it into the half of the Otago team. Of course, they would have welcomed that scrum right there. Wasn't a really good kick, was it there?
No.
James Whitty here to the 9, Phil, that's up there. Is that one of Mike's relations?
Yes.
Son, from Karaia?
Wutahira from Karaia.
Yes. Yeah,
Played for the Māoris last week.
Oh, this is a good run. And a good offload
yeah.
as well. Can't quite see with you, just short. As the Swords now come back to the left with a nice little grubber kick right there. The fullback, he was guilty of letting that go, and a try. Piro. Northern Swords hit straight back with a try. The fullback guilty right there of letting the ball bounce. He didn't really attack it like he should have. What do you think, JD?
No, exactly right. And sustained attack. And I think this Northland side have got some points in them. Once they start to rumble and ask the question of the Whalers, I think that even early doors, but they're going to be hard pressed to hold them. And when you got a loose ball bouncing around, you can go like that. You do two things of it. You either kick it dead or you just go down on it. You don't muck around in the back like that. And he paid the price. Unfortunately, the fullback for the Tama Pinelli, he went from hero down here to scoring the try to 0 there. So it's what I love about the game. It's a bit of balance, but they'll kick from in front, and maybe that'll level the scores up, and then we'll well, we've got a game on, boys.
I definitely believe they will get this conversion. I think both you and I and Phil probably get this kick there, JD.
Oh, Phil good.
With my left foot.
One eye shut.
Limping.
Oh, no, Phil was a handy player back in his day. All those
Long time.
marshes from up the hill there.
Carlo Park was still the number one field then.
I think he was a ball boy.
Otago Scorpions, bro. We're always good.
Oh, absolutely. Both in the women's grade as well. The Otago Scorpions in the under-16s and in the under-18s grade up here in Tamaki Makaurau did very, very well. Unfortunately, of course, due to the COVID restrictions, the grand finals didn't get to get played, which is pretty much what happened across the Motu. And we're quite lucky in the Waikato that we got an opportunity to play through our season, and of course, as you did up north as well. So, whānau, we are very lucky to be here today, of course, and once again, a shout out to every single one of you out there for adhering to the advice and from our health experts so that we were able to come out of lockdown and be able to have crowds here at our games and to be able to broadcast this live. Of course, thanks to Radio Tiny Above Productions and tikana kia mihi koutou wā te anga tuakana for allowing us to come into your territory today and broadcast this game. Ngā mihi kia koutou.
Yeah, most definitely. And of course, our Taranaki Whānui tournament happening down there around the Maunga. 8 iwi teams.
Oh, no! That's not what he wanted to do. I don't think he expected to take that ball. He did have a couple of catches there who allowed him to take it. He kind of reacted a bit late to catching that ball. And Otago have now an opportunity.
Mate, that's just age for Neve Rogers. That's just age them about another.
Henry Wiki, he's the development officer for us in the mid-north, Henry, and the far north.
And he dropped the ball.
He dropped the ball, he began in a half kick on
mate.
Monday.
Oh, I have no doubt about that.
You'll have to get Benson and them back on the
I'll
job
be
up there, mate.
calling him into the office.
No pop points for him.
Mate, you're kidding me. Happens to the best of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
Otago hard on the tack. They're coming out wide, bringing it to their centre. They're number 3, who is not on our list right now.
Yeah, there is no one.
There's no number 3 on our list right here, Pano. So I don't know
Lost the ball.
And he
lost the ball as well.
So that's why he's not on the list.
Yeah, by the looks of things,
Mate, yeah.
Put the right jersey on, bro.
Do
That's
they
what
have the
happened.
same
I think
numbers
so.
as us in the South Island?
Well, they do things a little bit different in the white pony room, my friend.
Oh, okay.
If I was to choose, that it will be out of the number 19, which I think he should be wearing, and that is Simone.
And that Simon is there.
Sione,
must
sorry,
be number
Whao
4.
Oso. Or number 4, Tofa Tui Moana Solia.
Yeah, we'll have to work out who that 3 is. That's, he looks strong running onto the ball, but yeah, it's let Northland off the hook, and it's Northland running the ball out now.
And a good strong run too.
Very good run, very good run. He looked to pass it.
Yes.
Oh, that's that Fijian flair. Jeez, it's everywhere.
Yes, indeed. And it was still the first tackle right here. Good yards by the Northern Swords right now. Making a pass over the halfway. Good yardage by the Northern Swords.
Young Eruida Shelford there, 19 years old.
Oh, that's another rugby league name, that Shelford name.
Oh, good ball.
All right, the number 12 now bringing it back in. Ross McFarlane, captain of the Northern Swords.
What's his club, Phil?
Tagaiwa.
Oh,
I'm not talking anymore. Yeah, that's a try.
Yeah.
That's
What
a
a try. Peter. Northern Swords showing what they do when they get good field position and an opportunity to attack the line. Otago will need to fix up their defensive sets. What do you think an Otago should do?
Yeah, mate, they've got to regroup. And, like the first turnover here from the centre, hitting the ball 20 out. It's going to be a long, hard day at the office if they're not going to control the football. It's about position, time and position.
It was a good kick.
Hatara.
2 tries and 2 kicks.
Yeah, exactly. And,
That's the young 18-year-old Tavita Henare Schuster.
Oh, another name, Schuster.
Yeah.
You got all the names up there
Come on,
at Takihiwa.
You're not name dropping, are
From
you?
Tagaiwa, but he should be from the young Pioneers. I don't know what happened there.
Mate, no wonder he can play.
Awesome. Okay, Whānau, yes, the Northern Play a real game.
It's my niece. I don't think she.
She's not going to
I
listen
don't
to
think
your
her
apple.
father, Kalfana, will allow that.
Hey, my brother.
All right, Northern Swords bringing it up. And while I'm talking about the taitoke there, I want to shout out to our whānau out there in Ngāti Manu. Of course, one of our whaia who married, of course, Tau Tikotahi Mahuta down there in Rauhi Pōkeke. She had a lot to do with us. And also, of course, Raiha Mahuta, who is buried up there in Ngāti Manu, Kāretu. So ngā mihi kia koutou, te whānau no Tēnā o ngā marae. And the Wynyards, of course, coming from out that way as well.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, no, Northland just got a spring in their step now. They scored a couple, and I think they got some points in there. They're going to the line, and they're certainly asking the question of an Otago team that probably needs some position now. They're doing back-to-back sets in defence, and just one or two just falling out of the defensive line as the big kick goes in. Is it it's a Minty?
Yes.
No, it wasn't a Minty.
Oh, lucky.
Just about, but it's the fullback, Tamapu Neru, and he runs the ball out. He's right in front of his post 20 up as the Otago side look to probably just consolidate a bit and get a bit of field position themselves.
That's right. They need to get
Break
some
the
good
first
go forward here.
hopefully, and get some yards. Coach Reedy will, because sort of haven't established a bit of go forward there, have they yet, really?
Not really. And Northern are really, really good at slowing down the play the ball at this stage as well. Just getting on top of the Otago players and controlling the ruck, which is winning the battle on the ground, and that'll go a long way, except for that one right there with a nice quick play the ball. But can Otago capitalise off that? Good hands by this number 13 who's doing really, really well so far in this game, and that is, of course, Jake Fowler.
15 final, kick goes up. Here we go. Oh, it's end over end. No, the fullback.
Yeah, fullback, he's read it well.
Yep. Kale.
And a good return as well, Machu. He's really eating them up.
What a Tigers boy.
Cut by.
Oh,
one of the very few, not from Takihiwai there, my friend.
There's a few.
Okay, Northland on the 30-metre line right now. Coming out of dummy half, marker's not working right there. Almost got caught in behind the ruck there. Did well in the end to take that run by the Northern Swords. Another little dummy out to the left. They're making a good 10-metre run there. Is this young fella as he plays the ball on the halfway mark. Oh, marker's getting a bit lazy there right now for the Otago side.
Yeah, just the intensity and the pace of the game. I'm not quite sure what sort of club competitions they have down here, but, they play against like Southland and the West Coast, and I think one of the second-string Canterbury sides and stuff. So, it's just, they're good in fits and starts.
Yep.
And, they look like they got plenty of energy because they're going to need it, but the forward pack, it makes it hard in our game part of the when your forward pack doesn't get any ascendancy over the...
Absolutely. That's where the platform is set.
That's right.
Yeah. And I agree. Other than Jake Fowler, I think, those forwards from Otago are left wanting at this stage. The backline are doing not too bad at this stage as they come to the backline right now. The big number 19 running the ball, but unfortunately, the inside pass, which was on, wasn't quite taken there by the winger. Number 19, of course, is Sione Fa'aoso.
Yeah, no, they look, their set plays, they look very structured, which you'd think, and, they move the ball well, but it's just the final contact, the final push pass. That's the only thing that's sort of letting them down as their finish.
I think our Northern Swords coach should be looking to the bench soon.
Yeah, but interchange, get it sorted and get some fresh legs and some fresh people on there.
Absolutely, as we approach halfway through this first stanza. Oh, nice run there. Nice run there. Excellent yards. And, this is really starting to plague Otago. The defence is starting to lapse a bit, allowing too much yards to the Northern Swords, of course, making heaps of territory. And offloading again is the Northern Swords. And back to the man who started it all. Out the offload as well. Yeah, great ball to his number 9, his hooker, James Whitty header. Still with the ball right now, the big prop forward with an offload. It doesn't find its mark, and picking it up is Otago right now. Probably should have held that ball. They still had a couple of tackles up their sleeve, and they had the momentum. But Otago, with a nice tackle defence there by the Northern Swords.
earning the penalty to
Oh, yep.
put them in a dangerous position. But, mate, you know, Phil, can you get a message out to your outside backs? They've got to get on the big 11 and the big 8 when they're running through the gap like that. They can offload. They remind me of big Pat Powasa and James Tor and those big
I
Northland
think the
forwards.
ball was on. It just
Yeah.
didn't go to hand.
Execution, the support runners have got to position themselves there. So, you know, because at this level of football, you don't get
Too
all
many
that many
chances.
opportunities.
Yep.
So you got to nail the ones that you get. But still looking pretty ominous for Northland. But it's just those completions. So the ball's gone onto the trees on the far side here.
I don't know what's the matter with that tackle. That's a normal tackle at home.
Further north, the higher.
Yeah, the higher you go, the higher the tackles get. All right, Friday, Northland now inside of the Northern Swords territory. And he's been very busy, has Jake Fowler, in this game thus far.
Looks like an 80-minute performer, doesn't he?
I bet he will be as well. He's definitely the best player for them outside there right now, the number 3.
Yeah, and we found the Kazi. His name is Tufandui Moana Solia. Okay, he's wearing the 3 jersey, not the 4. So there you go.
That's a penalty.
That is a silly basic error right there.
Had a couple of those today, haven't we?
We have actually. We saw it in the women's game as well. Bit of a kohanga reo mistake right there, Phil.
Yep. It's just a bit of timing. I think the longer the game goes on, the better they'll get, I guess.
I think they're not watching the NRL as well. When anybody gets into that position, they usually surrender in the tackle, and I think that's what they need to do here as well.
I think they watched the grand final last weekend, and the guy got a try from it. So
yes. Actually, they didn't even look at that, did they? In their grand final, they were looking at the
terrible decision.
Absolutely.
But it'll be Northland to kick themselves down towards the halfway line. About half an hour into the game, 30 minutes. Just looking at checking the time. So they're looking to capitalise here and keep. I guess asking the question of the Whalers and they're going good. The Otago Whalers, whānau, all the people down there in Otopi and Waipunami, they're okay, but they're probably their own worst enemies with a few drop balls and last passes not going to hand. But here's the big 8. Oh, he's a ball player too, the big fella.
Oh, yes,
and he's through the gap.
12. Oh, yes.
Change angle 5. Change angle 5. Didn't need to. Oh, that's good, Auckland.
Yeah, good running. Good running there as Northland go back to the open side right now. The big prop forward, the number 10. Come by. Good run there. Looking to go open on the last. No, they go back to the blind side. Finding the half. Who finds the kick in the end. Could be back to 1 here, and it is. Is it needed? And well done. A good tackle. Back to 1. Northland enjoying another set here as Otago camped out on their line. Good move there by Jake Fowler to shut down any player going out wide. And Otago now calling to go out wide. They got numbers from Northland as they go to their big prop forward again. Their number 8, who's been absolutely dangerous
3
on
on
this
the 1
fixture.
out, 4 to 1 out wide.
And a nice offload.
He won't need it.
Won't need it at all. Good try, Pito.
Manaki Tawhiwhirangi.
Oh, kapai Manaki.
Try time for the men from Ngāpuhi Nūtonu.
All right, Ngāpuhi. Te rā rawa. Te whiringa toa I Wanganui nei kapa erua. Otago versus the Northern Swords. They decided to go short, but not quite the result they wanted. But it was definitely there, JD.
Oh, I think it's a bit early to start forcing your hand. I mean, it's only a 10-point game. You know, you kick deep in as long as you can. You tee up and you back your defence.
Is Chris Nahi,
well, yeah,
former NRL player, 50 games for the Gold Coast Seagulls, I think it was.
Well done.
I can tell you some other stories about
Seagulls.
Chris
That's going back
Nahi.
We
a
won't
few
go
years,
talking
isn't
about
it?
Chris Nahi, JD.
We won't go tell you some other stories about Chris Nahi.
He's a preacher now. He's a preacher.
He's a preacher. We needed to be. But anyway, they would have kicked deep. Teed up and back their defence. So by taking shortcuts and going early, 25 minutes into a game, it tells me you're just a little bit
They're giving away a lot of penalties too at the moment. It's giving us a leg up. But.
Yeah. If Northland score next, they're going to be hard to peg back. It's over a 3-score game. You're going to have to score 3 tries and. My memory of those Northland fellas is when they get a little bit of enthusiasm and get their nose in front, very hard to pick back, especially more for the Burnduans.
Absolutely. And they come from good stocks, Hongi Hika, Hone Heke, and all of those tupuna from up north, of course.
Going down the short
great
side
leaders
now,
and warriors in their own right back in the day. Here they are, ngā uri o era o ngā rangatira. E tāporo nei I tēnei o ngā ahiai.
16-6 the score at the
Oh,
moment.
well done there. Good backdoor play. Read well, though, by the Otago defence.
Yeah, well
Had to be made, though. It was 2-on-1 on the outside. If you're given the ball, it's still going to come down the short side.
Yeah,
I
they're
like
making
this
a lot of
12
inroads down
and
this
inside ball.
Yeah, he did wow. Hey, look, that was just really...
Fifi Dangia again.
Yeah.
Oh, won't be driving home with him tonight.
Mate, this Ross McFarlane, he's quite special. He's he's got good footwork. He got good vision. They could have gone to him the tackle before, but they held up. And they were.
Yeah, no, he has. That's probably why they're coming down to the left side.
Left edge, playing on the left edge. Yeah, that's Piro.
Piro! Ai, koia ko te kupu Māori. E whama, Piro for try, of course.
Tawhiwhirangi's grandmother will be very, very happy with him.
Oh, good one.
That's, of course, a famous Māori name, Tawhiwhirangi.
Yep, that's his grandmother.
Right.
Ka pai. What's on when you get home, Moko? What's on, Moko?
Pork bones for you tonight, Whānau. You might even get some Māori bread with that as well.
And what's his club, Phil?
He plays for Horo Broncos.
Oh, the Broncos. Yeah. Hey, just, with the Māori Rugby League, Phil, the Kōtero are doing really well. Ngā Pui, eh?
Yeah,
they're always coming to our tournaments.
We were going to send a couple of teams down this year, but COVID kind of killed that. So next year, JD, we'll be there.
Well, most definitely, bro. I'd love to have you back here and even our Taitokoro brothers and Ngāti Kau, Ngāti Hini, they're all up there.
They always used to come down.
Yeah, they did. Even Patuhara Keke
at
a Takihiwai. But it's always good to have the far north represented down there at Māori Rugby League tournaments. But can you see a way back here, Pata? It's
I'd be very worried if we continue to, if I was Otago and we continue to give away penalties. And I think you're right too. They panicked a little bit too early by giving that short kick. And they should have went deep and backed themselves on D because giving this side ball and territory isn't working for them.
Well, it's going to ask the question, Whānau and all their supporters down south and in fact Waipounamu as a whole. I hope they can dig deep and find a bit of energy because they're going to need to and claw their way back into the game. Undefeated last week or the week before was it the South Island tournament, so they're really going to have to find some of that spirit that got them through and at that tournament and apply it here because the Northland boys have gone deep again.
They've gone short again.
Yeah.
Oh, this time with the result. Well, it could have been a result.
He knocked it on again.
Oh, no, a result in the end. But, yeah, I'm not sure if this is the right play for them to do right now. I mean, they got the ball back. Good result, but had they not, they would have been under the pump once again.
Yeah.
So very lucky did Otago to get away with that.
Yeah, I think so. But having said that, the game is about opportunities. And if they can pull back one here, it just makes them that little bit closer because at 20-6, she's reminiscent of the mighty Melbourne Storm last week. Oh, just got to put that in.
Kia ora, kia ora, kia ora.
The mighty Melbourne Storm.
Well, I was a bit of a lightning myself, so, you know.
Yeah. So he's gone to the line, has the 6 to playmaker
yes.
in Nuke.
Well
Read well there, yes. Come up nice and fast and shut down any chance of going wide there. Northern Swords, of course, showing some really good resolve on defence. As Otago come back to this right-hand side.
Yeah. Well, they have to move the ball around parts of it. They're out muscled by about 10 kilos a man up front, so they've got to be a bit adventurous. And I do like their ambition to try and do that as the rake Jaden Hollander. Very good South Island name. 7, drop off. Ooh, the carry at the back.
Rather hold it in the end.
Tony
Going
Auto
back to
running.
this big at 19. Oh, wow.
Whoa.
What a run. A big, strong run
Touch,
right there.
touch.
And they go back to the left-hand side, back to the open.
kick.
He's looking to kick to the corner. He's got a
Whoa.
man out there as well, unmarked, and he did well to catch it.
Yeah.
And we're back in the game.
I don't know why the guy didn't go for
Right.
the ball. I don't know what he was doing.
Number 5 for the
A Northland winger? Yeah, he was a bit stunned. But that's the sort of initiative that the Otago Whalers have to take on what I talked about.
Yep.
They've got to try things, maybe not the 10-metre kickoff, but when they get down here, they've got to turn the big Northland forward pack around, spread them and look for those. And that was a beautifully executed kick.
Yes. and,
Mackenzie Hall, that was beautiful, mate. That was, that's you wouldn't see a better executed kick. There were 3 Whaler boys out there, 1 Northland guy, and he said, I think he said yours.
Yeah, pretty much.
said
I would have
yours.
went up and smacked it.
Yeah.
Forward,
Hit it-
backward, sideways, wherever.
Hit it deep or
Gotta
caught
have
it,
to
but
go.
not yours.
All right, Simone Samete. Me tera ko ngā piro. And that brings, of course, our score to 10 points to 20 with the conversion to go. If he gets this, of course, it's game on again.
Well, I think so. And they're feeding off the drips and drabs and the scraps, but they're turning it, through initiatives like that. But gee, I think that Northland centre might be dreaming of that 9. But I noticed the big 19. Sione Fa'oso used to walk with a bit of a limp too, because mate, how solid was that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mate,
It's a big unit, that's for sure.
Like we got some Ngāpuhi Wahine up there can look after him if he wants to come up north.
I
And
think
sitting on a bit of a tono there, isn't it, mate?
I think there might be 1 or 2 in Huntley. Yeah, he'd look good in green and gold.
Actually, I think those are more his colours. Yeah.
Rather than the blue and gold of the Whalers, I think green and gold of Rahu Pukeka, mate, he'd suit that, yeah.
Absolutely.
I wonder if he wants a job at the mines.
Good salary too.
Yeah, good salary, yeah. Sticks. Oh, no, celery. Oh, celery. Oh, celery sticks.
Okay, it is game on. 10 points the difference right now. 10 points to 20. The Northern Swords leading this half, as of course the first half of the NZRL National Championship. Right here from Trust Stadium, Waitakere. Once again, big ups going out to Above Sound and of course Radio Dainui, bringing you this live broadcast from the stadium here in Tamaki Makaurau this afternoon. And a big shout out going out to Wate as well. Ko koutou no hoki, te haukainga. Tuene, NZRL, of course, national championships today. What a fantastic tournament this is. And there you go, Whānau. There is the first half done and dusted.
Yeah, I think the timing of the Whalers' try certainly brought them back. Going in at 20-10 rather than 20-6. You just got that little bit of hope. You score next, you're back in the game. You're back within a 6-pointer of the leaders. So still a lot of work to do. I'll be very interested to what head coach Dave Reedy's got to say for the Otago Whaler boys. Likewise, Nev Rogers. I don't think they're that far away, Northland. It's just, the kick-off between the legs, the knock-on, just certain little things like that. If you can fix up those 1%ers, I think they should be pretty right, Phil.
Yeah, you take those kickoffs, you put your tallest man at the 10 after the first kickoff. So they had their shortest fella there. Just little things like that, you got to fix up.
Coming up after this one on
And the
field
chasing of the
number
ball.
1.
Jesus.
Turn our attention to the national.
And as you can see, Whānau, we've got our highlights playing through right now of this first half of this championship.
The Auckland Falcons.
There were a
Grand
few
final.
too. There were a few parts of it. Some nice tries.
Yes.
And some well-taken tries in and from both sides. And I thought it was the speed and the power of the Northland side. And
Jesse Eberhard there.
some great tries.
Right, the fullback I don't know what he was doing there.
Yeah. He'll be wanting to fix that. And there's another kick that led to a try. And that pass was on. Unfortunately, it just didn't quite.
Did that go back?
No.
That's got to go forward.
Yeah,
He's running
and
forward.
it did as well. It did.
Yeah.
Here we go with a nice offload there, just touched though by the number 7.
Here he goes, McFarlane, and
The feet going. Sneaky little dab over the line.
And as you said, None will be very, very happy with him.
that's one scoop. Here's another scoop, and he's mate. He'll be the talk flavour of the month up there. But yeah, I think so. Pātara, I think definitely the Otago Whalers will have to score first in the first half. I think Coach Reedy will be saying, hey, we're not going to go through them. We have to go around them. So let's turn them around. And how do we do that? Quick play the balls, little chip in behind, cross kicks like what they just did. And I think that's, they're going to play helter-skelter. Whereas off Northland, I think Coach Nev Rogers is saying, control the ball, you control the ruck, control the game.
That's right. That's what Neville
And
was
I
saying.
think that they don't need to panic, Phil.
No,
not at all.
Neville will stick to his game plan. He won't panic, and he's got players, some experienced players out there who will stick to the game plan, rein those young fellas in. They still got to make their first up tackles though. Otago look good when they hold on to the ball, but we got a chance. We're in front 22-10, so that's 2 tries in front. Hopefully we can hang in there.
Now, what is the trick to not being too complacent out there when you've got a lead like this? And we saw the Melbourne Storm, of course, with a huge lead after that first half, but then the Panthers did come back. A little bit of complacency maybe from the Melbourne Storm. They thought they might have had it straight away there. How do you fix that as a club?
Not so much complacency from the leading team. It's the urgency of the attacking team.
Right.
They had to throw some caution to the wind. So they start doing things that you wouldn't normally do. Exactly what Otago did here. They got to throw some caution to the wind. So they tried a couple of short kicks and it didn't work. Then we got the scrum back. Then they tried a cross kick and things like that. So you've got to up the tempo, because if you do the same old, you get the same result. And at the moment that won't get Otago home. Whereas Northland is the complete opposite. Knowing Nev Rogers as well as I do, he won't be going to protect the lead. He'll be going to increase it. Because once you go to protect it, or you shut shop and you just say, let's play percentages, play field position, kick it out or whatever, bro, you're not admitting defeat, but you're throwing a talent. So you got to keep playing football, what's worked for them. And the big forwards, the right-hand edge of the Northland, and then the left-hand edge second row over here, McFarlane, he's just been outstanding. Otago.
Yeah, this is the start that they wanted, of course, and hopefully they can capitalise off this as they make their way up to the 30-metre line inside, of course, the Northern Swords territory. Big run by this big number 19, who's been paid well in the first half, of course, and that is Mr. Sione Fa'aoso. Yep.
I think he's meant to have an 8 on his back, but he's playing 19. He's as big as the centre.
Yeah. I think just after that half-time talk, I think they brought him in to do some running because they needed to get some go for it up
Mate,
front.
this guy started the second half on fire, the big 11.
Absolutely. Right there, Cameron Brown playing the ball just shy off the line. Oh,
You're going to come and have a look at the cameras?
Yeah, this could be a TMO. JD, how do you call it?
No try.
No try.
No try. Hold on.
Someone hurt down there.
Because the player is walking back and he knows where he scored the try. But we've got an injury. I think it might be McFarlane, is it?
It is.
Yeah, Ross McFarlane, the captain, and he's a...
Coming up next.
He's played well as well. He's had a hand in just about every try that we've seen thus far. They do not want to lose their captain.
Let's not forget the first game played this morning, the Upper Central Stallions Wahine 12, beating the Auckland Vulcans 10 to win the Wahine Championship Grand Final. And right here we have the Northern Swords 22 over the Otago Whalers 10. The injury, he's back up on his feet, he's rubbing his shoulder, and
He'd be injured, mate. He doesn't go down for anybody, that boy.
no, he looks that type of player too full.
Yeah, he does. Okay, Otago coming out to the open side. The number 15 going back into the thing, showing some good footwork and some good speed as well. And the injured man makes the tackle as Ross McFarlane, the captain of the Northern Swords. Otago hot on attack at number 13, Jake Fowler, who's been great for the Otago side.
Put his hand up, hasn't he?
He has. All right, just holding the play ball down just a little bit there. They go back to the right side, looking for a kick up into the air, finding, oh no, too hard. And that will be...
It just about went to Tiaratu there.
A handover to the Northern Swords.
I thought it was on its way to the zoo. Western Springs here. We're going to visit the animals.
Yeah,
But
more control
the
there
thought was
needed.
right, but the execution was sadly missing.
Mike Selassie takes it up.
And a good run too. Good 10-metre run there.
He just...
Nice little hit there
That's a
by
good tackle.
Otago.
Nothing wrong
Jake
with that.
Fowler again.
Oh,
Oh, and some handling errors.
Follow again. I'm going to bring him into
No pork bones for you, says Phil, my friend.
He says, catch the bus.
Oh, it looks like a knock on though to Otago.
Otago have knocked on, have they?
No, I think he's going back to the first knock on.
Okay. Yep, he did indeed, Phil. You called it right. Otago will get the feed into the scrum. Yeah, applying some early pressure as Otago, JD, exactly what they wanted to do in the start of the second half.
They had to play up tempo Pātara to get into the game. You know,
They definitely lifted their
Yeah.
defence.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, their speed.
They had to because it was
The
getting
line speed is definitely lifted.
the big 11 there is.
Oh,
yeah.
number 3's the
What sort
size
of
of running
tackle
by
is that?
himself. All right, big number 3 there playing the ball for Otago. As of course,
Good luck.
Tofa Tui Moana. They come back and middle up now, Otago. Good defence
It's on
there.
on the right if they shift it. They need to quick play the ball.
Yeah, they're screaming for it outright as
too
well.
slow,
They
bro,
are
too
screaming
slow.
for it.
It might be still on. You've got to give it, man.
Yeah, they're a bit shallow too, I thought. The Otago back line there, they could have given themselves a little bit more depth, especially if they're going to slow it down
There's
that
4
much.
players outside them too, but they won the penalty, not back
Yep.
the Northlanders.
This is going to
They did
help. It was going to hurt
the
Northland.
Hikarangi 10 metres when they were only 5. And now they're hitting the way. No, he can't be. No, he was held up short, metre short.
Jake
Dummy half
Fowler.
has a go.
Oh,
He's lost it. He scored it. What's
trying
happening?
to
He's
get up to
short.
play the ball. Yep, he plays it as well. They want to go back out to the right side, and they do. But good rushing defence there by the Northern Swords. They need to do that too because they don't want to get the ball out to that big number 19, Tofatui Moana Solia, who's been making some inroads behind.
I would be going
the
to him
defence.
straight away, but
Yeah,
I
you'll be
don't know.
going straight off the play, wouldn't you? Here's the big 3.
Yeah, he's done
Gets
well.
it away,
So-
gets
it
he needs to
away.
pass. He gets offload as well. Oh, no, he doesn't. Could be off. Yeah, it was off a Northland player, so they will get the ball
Mate,
back.
he needed to get it away early. He had a support runner there. But you're right, left edge 3, right edge 19. That's your go-to, men.
Yeah, no, they've definitely got our centres rattled out there at the moment. We need to make our first up tackles because They should have scored there, though, Otago.
Really a lost opportunity. Phil. Totally agree with you.
Actually, a bit of a let-off. You're absolutely right. For Northland, they get to kick the ball down a little bit deeper and get off their line.
Yep.
And they'll be hoping to get a good chase in after this kick as well to minimise any yardage that the Otago could get.
The rain may make the ball a bit slippery, but it shouldn't be too bad.
It shouldn't be too bad.
It's a spinner. Take it on the
ground's
full
still
sun.
hard.
All right, this big number 11 who's put his hand up today as well. This came in Brown. Oh, and he does too. He makes a big run, and we've got an injured player, and it's our captain once again. And as you said,
He might be in trouble, actually.
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, I think it's just been plaguing him since the first time.
He's just looked a bit dazed. No,
Here's
he's
that big
fucked.
number 19 that we talked about earlier. Just runs right over them. Game on, Whānau. This is exactly what Otago wanted to do, was score first in the second half, and he does. Tofu Tua Moana Solia.
Try time for the Otago.
Peter! They're back in the game, and they've up-tempo start, but not good signs here for Northland with the captain, Ross McFarlane. He's dazed. He's an HIA. He's pretty dazed. I can see that, and he needs to go from the field for his own health, because I can tell by just the man's energy and the man's effort in the first half. You can tell that he's an honest worker, and he'll give you the shoot off his back if he comes across as that type of player.
Doing the comeback.
Still no paddock stations for Northern right now, but what do they have to do?
Oh, they got to shut down those centres. You know, our outside channels not making making the first up tackles against those big centres, and those big centres are running riot at the moment.
Actually reminds me of a Waikato player that we had, Namu Puru. Used to be running over us in the centres as well. He's just over there, Big Nams. And of course, you can catch him on Yarns with Nams as well. Support that page and support the bro as we try and, of course, bring us the up-and-coming players throughout all our tournaments as well.
Good coaching. Good coaching from Dave Reedy.
Yes,
the Otago coach. He's trumped Neville there with attacking weapons on the left and the right, and
Yep. He's identified there's a bit of weakness out wide in the defence for our boys, and
let's see what Nev does to counteract that. He can swap players on, and
unlucky.
Unsuccessful.
Of course, this shows your expertise too, JD. You called it. They needed to go to the edges because their forwards weren't doing it, and exactly what you said. The coach from Northland, from Otago, followed up with as well. So yeah, big mihi going out to him, and the changes he made to his side. And as Phil said early on, they're going to have to try and get some defence around that number 19 and the number 3 on this side as well.
Well, there's only 8 minutes gone, 9 minutes gone, so 22-14. The game is still very much alive.
Yep, game's on.
And if Otago happen to get the next 4-pointer, will make it's really on in earnest. But Northland wouldn't want to sit on their laurels, and they're not. They just need a bit of possession, but. Yeah, the injury. Seeing you get a slippery ball. Here he goes again, the big 11. I like that boy, Phil.
Yep.
Mate, he's a back rower.
Yeah, he's doing well, isn't he? Now, Otago with a bit of life right now on the 40-metre line, running out of dummy half. Is Otago making a good 10-metre run right there out of dummy half. Is their winger, Pilu at the Vake, as they come on to drop off to Jacob Fowler, who has definitely put his hand up in this game right now, leading his boys from the front as the loose forward. But unfortunately, dropping the ball there and gifting Northland the ball, and this is exactly what Northland want, and we know they're dangerous with the ball. So, yeah, they'll be looking to hit back here, JD.
Exactly what they didn't want. He tried to milk the penalty. He had a player that wasn't clear of a ruck. But to be fair to the player, he had an opportunity even to get up or move out. So he tried to milk the penalty. He lost the ball, and it spoiled his game because he was having such a great game.
There's a trouble with our players at this level. Sometimes they watch the NRL and they want to be like that. They want to get up and they want to milk the penalties instead of just playing the ball, get it up. They had a bit of a roll on now.
They'd be attacking the line now, Phil.
Yep, that's right.
Northland hot on the attack right now. They got the ball. They come back to the open side, finding, of course, this young player right here, Richard Kale, as he brings it up shy off the 40-metre line. Northland inside the territory of Otago right now. Oh, but a mistake right there is going to cost them. They were hot on attack. This is not what Northland, of course, wanted to do. Right now, gifting Otago the ball back, who have had all the ball thus far in the first half.
Yep, there's a terrible mistake to happen at that time.
Especially after conceding points, then you get a call go your way, and you just want to
Just
know,
get
work
through your set
your
of six.
sets. Yeah, even if you went to, 6 dummy half runs or
exactly.
a couple of runs, just for this set, not for the whole game. You don't want to shut the game down, but just so you get there, you kick the ball down and you try and force an error.
Lack of concentration there from Levita. He needs to make up for it defensively now.
Raniera now playing the ball just shy of the 50-metre line. Otago going back to the right side, looking to find their big centre, Tofi Tuamwana Solia, who loses the ball. A good defence there by Otago. Both sides now guilty of dropping the ball. Maybe that rain is playing a bit of a role in the second half, JD.
Yeah, it might be a little bit slipperier than what we think, fellas. And, the pressure, and there's good size in both sides. And, I think Northland have corrected the...
Well, they had 4 fellas on him there, so...
They knew he was the strike player, so they all left their men and went on him, and they needed to, but putting a bit of pressure to the big fella, and he lost the ball in the tackle.
You don't need to go wide here, boys. Someone needs to just take it off the ruck and have it hit.
Yeah, just complete the set is what Northland wants to do right now.
And they go wide.
Hitting the backdoor play is Northland, but he does well in the end, does the number 2, Mr. Ironi Bukoto. I hope I said that right, Whana.
That's dead right.
Don't have to force it, eh?
Don't force it, bro.
Just complete it, settle back in.
Get the trainer out there, Nev. Get the trainer out there. Tell him, get to a set complete. Kick it to the end goal.
That's it. Just take it in, get smacked, get up, play the ball.
Play the ball.
Oh,
He's
no.
lost the ball again.
Yes, he did.
Hold on to the ball, boys. Some of the young fellas are just coughing up a bit of ball at the moment.
Actually, I can sympathise with this Northland side. Of course, they're not used to playing in the rain. They don't get that up there, Whānau, so this is a new thing for them.
There's been a bit of rain up there, mate.
No, we don't put on rub, we put on sunscreen up there. As you can tell.
Yeah, I think some of them need to put...
Mate, some of them have got and then put another one. Oh, stop it.
All right, Northland, Jake Fowler. Man, this boy is busy out there. Fantastic.
He's a good player.
Work rate as Fowler thus far for the
he lost
Otago
it.
team. And
I think he lost it. Yes,
yeah,
he did.
He did.
He did.
Unfortunately.
He lost
That's
it.
2 times now.
Yeah. It must be slippery out there, boys. We haven't,
Twice.
I think we've only had 2 tackles in the last 10 minutes.
I can see the winger right now just touching the ball. He's just trying to pick it up, that number 2 right there. And he's changing the ball now because he struggled to pick that up. It was just slipping out of his hands.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit heavier now, Whānau, and it's coming right in here. So if our pitches get a bit of atmospheric conditions, do not adjust your set. Stay on the same bat channel.
Yeah, same bat time.
Same bat time. And don't forget the 2 games coming up after this on Sky Channel 54. It is the premiership final of the NZRL between counties Manukau,
Take it in.
Stingrays and the Akaranga Falcons.
Ka pai. Counties, of course, very strong side, and Tamaki Makota will be...
Te Whiwhirangi away again.
Oh, again to Whiwhirangi, fantastic. Oh,
and he tried to throw a miracle pass.
Not needed there. They were under...
He thought he was down the Blue Goose rounds to throw a miracle ball, and he didn't really need to, or have to be honest.
Where's he going? Get in the scrum now.
He's going to hop on the bus.
It looks like he was jumping at the back there right now.
Goes to
Whiwhirangi. Oh, his boot come off.
Uncle said no hot dog.
Actually, with a run like that, you might want to leave it off, my friend.
Jeez.
Okay, Northland are making it hard for themselves at the moment with ball control. Actually, both sides of this.
Struggling with the conditions.
Struggling to adapt to the conditions.
Actually, one thing I found as a player as well, that brand new balls are no good in the rain. You want to break those balls back in. Otherwise, they do get very slippery out there, and those balls look really brand new.
I'm glad that was your excuse.
That's the only one I could come up with, my friend.
You stick to it at 9, bro.
I'll stay gold to that.
As long as you believe that, bro.
bit of honesty there from both of us here, Whānau. Yep, those balls, I tell you, they run havoc. Okay, Otago.
What a shame it's turned to custard a bit, and it's going to make the next 2 games. It's going to be not a drop of form, but it's going to take skill levels to kick and just play safety football in it.
Yeah, and this is where I think if Northland will have a better safety set, I believe, because their forwards are better at running at this stage.
Started struggling to get back now, though. I was just looking through the middle there. There's 6 or 7 of them are not behind the ball yet, and it's the third tackle.
Right. And Northland seem to have a bit of a rejuvenated side at this stage.
Get up, Al.
Yep, there's the call from Phil. Air 2.
Harden up, man. Come on.
And the rain, of course, is kicking in right here to us on this broadcast, Whānau. Try to move back under this little shelter here. All right, Whānau, Northland, okay, now kicking down to the left-hand side of the paddock. The winger right there for Pilu Tavake for Otago, taking the ball right there, just shy of the 40-metre line.
Yes, no, and 10 metres on this side of the halfway line are Otago. Does this bring about the game? I think it makes it a real contest.
Indeed.
Conditions even out, and it's who can handle them the best, and at the moment the rain's winning.
Yep.
He's lost the ball. Saw that from here. Oh, he's ruled penalty strip. Oh, that's a good call, Graham Hill. It's a big call. A wet ball, greasy surface, and he rules strip. So
interesting.
It'll be Otago, and their kicking game has been good. He'll kick it down towards the 20. Has it found touch?
Just there. A good kick in the end.
Mate, it's gone dead from in the goal.
Oh, it has too.
It's a tap. It's a 22.
Drop out.
Tap on the 20. Drop out on the 20. Sorry.
Oh,
dead from a penalty. Yeah, that was. Still going to get the ball back, but that was a bit of a missed kick.
Yeah, I think these conditions have really taken its toll on both teams. They're making terrible errors at the moment.
No, you're right, Phil. And so it's going to be the a dropout on the 20-metre mark, and Otago's still going to enjoy a little bit of field position. And that breeze has picked up too.
It has too. It's changed right around.
The whole dynamics has changed. Oh, yes, it's big time changed.
Yeah, it's actually.
Fowler gets nailed in a crunching tackle from the big Northland forwards.
I felt that from here, JD. All right, the big number 10 now running it from Otago, Mr. Ricky Allen, the captain of the Otago team, are playing it just over the 30-metre line. They go back to the blind side to this number 3, who's been wreaking havoc.
Oh, he did too. He did the big fend. Don't argue. Don't ask me what your name is.
They want to probably get back to the right-hand side and get back to their big number 19 out there.
Drop off.
But Jake Fowler with a nice big run. Boy, has he been busy. A couple of mistakes there, but he just keeps going.
Held up. Referee is saying held up. So Graham Hill come not to do it. So
of course, backing up from a big weekend at the Māoris tournament is Graham Hill, our referee today.
Going a little kick through, but that was really a nothing kick.
No, I don't think he needed to do that. He had
no one knew about that.
Yeah.
The Northland side had plenty of people back, plenty of numbers, and I'd be disappointed if I was the 7 for the Otago team. He'd been playing better than McKenzie. Yeah.
And he had a whole back line there as well.
Yeah, could have asked a question.
They're doing well on defence though at this stage is Otago. Points, of course, 22-14 to the Northern Swords. It is game on, Whānau, as we reach the 14-minute mark right now in this grand final of the NZRL National Championship Grand Final. Some good defence there by Otago, pinning them in their own half as we come to the 5th and final tackle now, kicking out of dummy half.
That's a good kick.
Oh, it could be on the...
It's a good kick.
Good kick. Well done. He finds
right in front of us, boys. I don't know what your eyes are on there, Rowdy, but...
the thing was in my way right there.
Yeah, mate. No ears, no eyes. Oh, no wonder. No wonder.
The fence, Vinny.
No wonder. Yeah, I think he's not a wet weather player, is Rowdy. He likes the sun and singlets.
I do.
But we're all good, us fellas, with a little bit extra comfort. You know, we can keep warm and comfortable. So it'll be an Otago feature, the scrum there, just off the 30-metre line on their side of halfway. And Yeah, it's actually stopped raining now, Whānau, now that we've all got wet and a little bit more colder. But don't forget what's coming up, Akaranga Counties and the Wahine Tour, the Premiership finals for both the men and the women for the NZRL. And we're very grateful to the NZRL, Dave McMeekin, and also Greg Peters and the team. And
Here's the big boy.
having us, the big 19, but he can run 9 metres, not 90.
Young fella's neck. Get up there.
Another young fella gone down. He was blocking it. Okay, we just got to put someone on this 13 on Fowler here, and here he goes again. No, he showed the dummy that time. Oh, boy. He didn't really want to run that fella.
No.
Do I have to, he says. Mate, you're a prop. You got an 8 on the field, on your back.
Oh, flash.
Back to
It
1.
was almost gone.
Oh, yes. I think had it not been raining, I think he would have caught that ball. But, of course, knock on first from Northland with Otago now. For the repeat set.
Yeah, his whole clutching in his knee. He's got pretty strapped at 21.
Mummy over here, the number 21.
Yeah, so Josiah Lesser for Otago. He's off the field, which is one good thing, but we hope he can get a recovery. But he's got a bit of mama on the wall. Yeah, it's take a little bit of time to recover our thoughts as the injured player gets treated. It doesn't look the best. Actually, the first aid is there now. His trainer is medic. The knee is pretty heavily strapped already, so he's on the sideline and looks like our referee Hall's going to say play on.
Yep, get a sub on.
Get a sub on.
He's off the field.
Good signs for the Otago side there, JD, but they do need a score soon.
Oh, I like them, but yeah, it's the old strike players, isn't it? The left edge and the right edge player. But they need to go to the glue shop. And once they go to the glue shop, they'll be able to, the ball will stick, and they'll be they're quite dangerous.
They're hard to handle in these conditions.
Oh yeah, but
as long as they can hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
Now that the young McFarlane's gone off for Northland, I do like the 11. I think he's one of the best forwards on the field. The Otago 11.
Yeah.
Very, very.
Doesn't look like Rochell's coming back either.
Very good player. Yeah.
Yep, the number 11, Cameron Brown for Otago. I'll keep an eye on him. Here's that big number 3 who's been causing inroads behind the defence of the Northern
Swords.
Oh, look at him go. Look at him strong. And they want to, of course, back this up with their big number 19, Tofe Tui Moana. If he can come on and hit it after that and back that run up, it'll be absolutely fantastic for Otago.
I don't see him out here, the 19.
He's over there.
He's gone that side. He's gone walkabout.
Yep.
He needs to be here to hit the ball up.
He said that was definitely the play they wanted to look for straight after this.
Props. I'm looking at 8 and 10.
Oh! Good tackle there.
No,
he didn't need to push him. They could have ended up with a penalty. Yep. Yeah. He was lucky to get away with that. Here's that number 11. We talked about Cameron Brown.
He went too early, though, the 7.
Okay, they
should
definitely
take one more settle and then come to the left edge.
Absolutely. Looking to go wide is Otago right now, and they middle up.
Good tackle.
That was a very good tackle. It needed to be made
That's
as
the
well.
line out there. You go to the big 3 again.
Yeah, that's where they want to go. Oh, knock on, and they play the ball, though, from the captain, Ricky Allen. He would not be happy with that.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Lucky for us.
Yes, lucky for the Northland side. It looked like Otago had some numbers out to the right-hand side there, but they have the ball in hand, and they'll definitely want to hold on to that ball and complete the set, Phil.
Definitely, I'll be just taking some runs from dummy half at the moment, holding the ball with 2 hands, locking it up and not trying to push the ball.
Got a good kicker as well, so
Get to the last set and smack it down the end.
Still 80 minutes to go, people. So Whānau, there's plenty of time.
Yes, 18 minutes is a lifetime in this game of rugby league that we all love, my whānau. All right, coming out to the blind side. Oh, he did well to get out of that first tackle.
Onto the ball.
Hope you're enjoying the coverage and you're nice and dry, warm.
Yes, wherever you're watching from around the world, whānau, let us know where you're watching from and let us know who you're supporting as well in this competition. Thank you for, of course, joining us. But let us know where you're watching from and that you support these types of live streams so we can make it a regular feature in the coming years. Northland now, just over the 40-metre line.
Yeah, it's a bit better play though. They're just trying to keep it tight, even though he looks like he's done an injury as well.
There's a few players now. I'm getting a bit ginger out there. A good strong tackle, slamming him on his back, turtling the player there. It was Jake Fowler and their big number 11 who's been playing well this half. Good kick, puts it up into the air with the slippery ball, but he does well, the full back. Tama api neru. Whakahoki mai ana te poro I teneki o ngā wā. We've got the winger right now running it out from dummy half. The number 5 is, your number 5. Simone Samate. With the ball right there.
This bloke, he's gone up against fellas 6 inches taller and 20 kilos heavier, and he
real well offside too. I was going to say, gee, that line got up really, really fast, and that is why they were well in front of the referee there.
They play tight teams up in Northland. I think they're 6s. I think they put 6s rather than
6s, eh?
We're quick. That's the only reason.
Quick over 6 meters.
That's when they go quickly down 90-mile beach.
There he is. The big number 9.
Yeah, that's better.
Big fella.
Good defense there.
Tackle, Kyle.
They rallied in there to get him.
Big 19.
Yep, coming off to
Here comes the 10. Oh, they're all having a shot.
Yes.
It's a shot off on.
Here we go, finally.
Have a 10. Where's the 3?
That's the type of defense you want in this type of weather as well, because it does force the ball to come loose.
Good work from young Jaden Hollander out of dummy half. He got the ball away too. Oh, he's saying go back. He called held. Is Hill the same in the South Island as the North?
Oh, I don't think so by the looks of things.
Oh,
got a 6 metre 10
in Northland.
and a short tackle gap.
Anything around the head's all right.
No, Tohu, they got their settlement, so
Nice.
they hold on to their money. But
come on. The tunny pass coming out of the old Napu.
Oh, here's the big 19. They did well to cover him so far.
Good luck.
Oh, they got underneath him. Just shy off the line.
He's a metre short.
Is Solia. They go back to the right-hand side, finding the stand-up. Good defense. Good defense right there.
young fella.
You're not getting enough.
On to feed up.
But Northland pride there. Oh, one off. That's just...
Yeah, that was silly.
That's
Didn't need to do that.
football.
As they
Here
come back
comes
out. Oh, here's a kick. The winger's by himself.
Bang, he's in.
Oh, could he be in? Could he be in? Good. Yes, good tackle. Well done there by the number 2, holding on to the leg of Ronnie Buikoto. Just bringing the winger's leg over to the sideline. Did really, really well there.
Mate,
Looked like he was beaten.
before he got there.
Yeah, no, Rock Wiki got across loose forward.
Oh, excellent. Excellent game we have here, Whānau, between these two sides. Not much in it. Otago trailing by 8 points right now, 22-14, of course, is the score. Northland bringing it out of their own half. They've been doing it hard the most part of this second half, but they've stood up to the pressure and have managed to contain the big guys, the number 19 and the number 3 from the Otago, Solia and Whao also. Northland just want to complete the set here, and they did exactly what Phil said, just running out of dummy half and looking to get to their kick. And they'll be happy to put up a real hoofer of a bomb, I believe, and to put some pressure on the fullback. But good pressure from the defense there. Didn't allow him to get a good kick away.
That's a great kick.
But it was in the end, absolutely.
Oh!
It went backwards. Yeah, it did go backwards. Here's the number 5 who almost scored early on. Don't dive too early, my friend.
Everybody was going after those kinners down there at Caversham down Otago ways.
Oh, do they have some big kinners down there, Whānau? Yeah, they do. They are huge down there.
What about the power?
Oh, and the power as well, actually. If you know where to go, the South Island is pretty much untouched. Not a lot of us Northland Whānau go down there for a dive, but I guarantee you, if you do get an opportunity to, you won't be disappointed. Jake Fowler right now, just shy of the 40-metre line. Unlucky to get a penalty.
Dropped it again.
There.
He dropped it again.
Yeah, he's his own worst enemy. He's doing really, really well, but
he tried to get up too quick and he threw it on the ground
Tried to
and had a little
milk it
bobble.
again and kicked the cat, put the milk bottles out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, he just got to settle it down. They don't need to panic this still. 11 minutes to go.
Yeah, 11 minutes to go in this half.
One try, you're right back into it.
It's all on right here from Trust Stadium, Waitakere. Of course, we've got another game after this one, Whānau, as you head on over to Sky Sport, Channel 54. And who's that game against again, JD?
That's the Counties Monaco Stingrays, Wahine Tour, current champions. Watch out for the Crystal Rota and the young...
Capri?
Yeah, young Capri and, the Counties girl and young Stowers there at 13. Very, very good side. And they take on Akaranga Falcons. And I think the men will go the way of Akaranga. I just think they'll be too strong for the Spencer Taplin side. But in the women's, I think go and get on the county side because they're going to be very, very tough to beat. Darling.
Northland doing exactly what Phil said, just controlling the ball and going for a little kick behind the winger who did well in the end to get back there and take that ball.
Extremely well.
Yep, showed a good speed
but
to
it's
get
a
back
better
there.
Northland chase. That left-hand edge have got a little bit of zip about them. The big boys out here are not as
They got a jam now.
enthusiastic. Yeah, jamming. Push the... Ask the question of the Otago boys, but Otago, they're fighting, man. They're in the zone.
They are fighting. They
Good
are
on
fighting.
the old boys from the white number. Get up, you good thing. You know, they were, the writing was on the wall, but they've come back. Oh, you've got to get rid of them. Got to get out to play the ball.
Yes. Cameron Brown right there. Oh, no, sorry, the number 10, of course, Ricky Allen, the captain of this Otago side, making some good yards there, just shy of the 40-metre line as they come back to the open side right now. The halfback right there, number 7, Mackenzie Hull, deciding to run the ball, just shy of the 50-metre line.
Need some runners, son. You need some runners, son. You're not big enough to go through them yourself. Put it up as high as you can and...
Oh, some good chases.
Great
and he
take.
did, wow, yes, great take.
Great
there, JD.
take all day.
Brilliant.
Our man, Matty Carl, great take.
And that rain's starting to come down now right here from Trust Stadium, Waitakere.
Mate, I wish I was doing the presentations out there after the game.
Good luck
I'm right
there.
behind you, Nadine. Yeah, we're right behind you. Yeah. Oni Rapana,
Get out there, my friend.
can you do the presentations out on the field, please? Thank you. Namu Puru. Yeah, so she's starting to get a bit drippy here, Whānau. It's coming down in shovels.
The old pants are starting to get a bit wet here as we're sitting outside from Trust Stadium, but
Yep, we're in Auckland, but this Tainui weather for sure.
absolutely. Our weather's very temperamental down there in the Waikato.
Look after us, boy. Tawhiti Mātia. It's enough, boy. They've filled up their lakes up here now.
Well, we decided to bring a little bit of rain up here because, so they don't take too many thousands of litres from our awa.
Yeah, that's dead right.
Northland now with the ball playing it just shy of their 40-metre line. Just looking to control the ball. Of course, they're in the lead and they do not want to give any invitations to this Otago side to make a little bit of a comeback.
Yeah, and I think since the rain's come down, boys, it's hard for both sides. And I think an 8-point lead is like a 12-point lead with this win.
It is, but losing the ball right now.
I don't know what that play was.
I don't think they do
I
too.
think there might have been a Hokianga special.
You don't need to do that play.
Awesome. All right, Otago to shy of the 40-metre line. Jake Fowler again, he wants to hold on to this ball, JD.
Yeah, but he's just got to play the ball. Get up, play the ball, son. You've been a champion. You've been a great try. You've tried your little heart out, and you're a women champion, Mr. Fowler.
And he did as well. He made sure to...
Here we go.
Here we go. Number 3, who's been...
Oh!
He probably didn't need to throw that ball, but he... Luckily, number 5 making it through. It ends up being a good ball in the end, doesn't it? And great tackle there needed to be made as we come back to this blind
Wrong
side.
side, son.
Oh, yeah, they had
Wrong
numbers out
side,
right.
son.
They might go back there after this tackle. Good defense and good scramble defense
It's
there
final.
by Northland. It is the 5th and final. Looking to go back to the right side. The hooker decides to kick. They played at that ball to Northland. And it could be back to 1. Jake Fowler with the ball goes over. Now we got a game on. Whānau 18 points to 22 with the conversion to come. Peter,
Mr. Fowler. Jake Fowler, take a bow. You've done it all, son. I'll put $5. He kicks it. Oh, no.
Oh,
not taking the
$5
kick.
on it. I'll take that. No, I won't.
I thought Mr. Fowler would take the kick as
That's
well.
the only reason I was going to take that bet. But now that we've got the halfback back there, I'll be reneged from that.
Mr. Fowler, he's done it all, isn't he? Honey, boys, you're going to hand it to them. He's given away penalties. He's got penalties. He scored try. His footwork.
Game on as I look at the time right now. I don't think we've got much time in this. So Northland, of course, want to have a big defensive set here. They want to dick, I don't think any panic stations just yet. They want to kick the ball deep. They don't want to go for a short one. Is that right, Phil?
I'm panicking.
You're panicking? Okay. We've got a game on. We know we've got a game on when we've got one of our whānau from Takihiwai with a little bit of a panic in the step.
He's a
Hokianga man. Hokianga, my bad.
Hokianga man, yeah. You're not tall enough for Takihiwai. But what's that score, boys?
2022.
2022 right now. 2 points in this game.
I think we're playing too much footy with the ball. I don't know. We didn't need to do that.
Yeah, I agree.
That play on the far side there and get the ball back to the Whalers.
And as they
I
say,
think the big boys need to take the hits up. They're trying to be ball players. I don't know what's going on out there.
People are enjoying it. They're getting these money's worth even if they are wet.
oh, they definitely are.
You know, it's awesome. Pui versus the Waiponamu Greenstones. I know they're the Whalers. Otago Whalers.
Otago Whalers.
Otago Whalers.
Ngā tohara e pakakana ki ngā taniwha.
Yes. The rebel Taniwha. Here we go. Kicks off. They go deep. Go back, son.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Great hands.
Great hands.
Here's the 11.
And a good run and a good
Chase.
tackle as well.
Yeah, good tackle. The Northland bench.
Yeah, they're looking for the penalty here as Otago, but Northland not getting sucked into that kind of action. Bringing it past their 20-metre line right now is Otago. They're coming to the left-hand side, bringing it up to the middle right now. Good, strong run met by some good, strong defence. 3 in that tackle right there.
Just consolidate Northland. That's all they need to do is just consolidate their position and their defence. And he's going to go wide to the big 11.
Big
again.
11. What a strong run.
Like, sign him up.
Sign him up as Cameron Brown. Oh, there we go. Knock on, and he knows it too.
Unlucky.
All right, this is exactly what Northland needed. An opportunity.
And this is unlucky, my man. You were running and you were through the gap and chipping over and going to regather and scoring before you picked it up.
Yeah, unlucky there.
Ball
Unlucky.
First. Ball first, son. Ball first. Yes. He looks like you parts.
We definitely needed that.
He looks like you parts of him. Yeah. No, so it's it's going to be Northland defeat the scrum. 10 metres in their side of halfway, and mustn't be long to go. What do we got? About 6 minutes, I make it. So it's a very important set. They're going to get 2 shots at it each, and Northland, if they got to get to this.
I don't know whether they should be passing the ball like that.
Oh, it's sun time. It's sun time. Only in Northland. Hooking style, sideline to sideline.
Take it up, boys. Come on, where's the big boys?
Yeah, hit the post. Yeah, here we go. It's tackle number 3, and Otago, just turning the ball over, which could prove very costly. Here's the big prop again, and he's back on the field, and that's all he needs to do. Find his ball, get up. Don't try and fight the tackle, mate. You'll lose the ball. Just play the ball. And they do a little mousetrap move in. It comes out to the left, puts the chip in.
Oh, no. We did not need that.
The big 19 and the big 3.
Oh, knock on. That's surely a knock on.
He got it. Referee's got it. Mate.
We don't need those plays.
Yes. Sorry, Whānau. That's our Northland general manager.
Somebody next to me
Phil
yelled
Marsh.
out there from
Yeah, someone in
Northland.
the crowd was sitting in the crowd now because it was wet, so one of the Northland people are yelling out, but it's 22-20, and there's about 3 minutes to go, and that had everything. The big long kick and the 100-metre run. 3 minutes remaining, so the ground announcer says here at Trust Arena. And if you're enjoying it and sitting on the edge of your seat back home, way to go, Whānau. It's all right. I'll take the reign for you.
All right.
Yeah. If my boss is listening, I won't be in on Monday, Whānau. I got the flu. But for the cause, the kaupapa.
All right, well done. We've got a bit of injury here, or you could be just slowing down the clock just a bit.
Yeah.
Might be a bit early to start doing that.
Nothing silly.
Nothing
5
silly.
dummy half runs from the Northland, and
Yep, they're
that's
still
all
not
I
doing
need
that
to
as
do.
well.
Run it out. Where you going?
You go.
You're right.
You're not
right.
going
You don't
to
want
the
to be
bench.
half-hearted.
Don't go to the bench, brother. Yeah, that's better.
Bring it
That's
up again. I
That's
think this
yeah.
is tackle 4 now.
Tackle 4. That's the
For
one.
the North.
Don't try and milk
Inside.
it. Don't try and milk it. Just get up and play the ball. Otago will have probably 2 more shots at it. Here we go, the little 6.
You're doing well there, just to settle
15
up.
final. Yeah, I like that right side winger, Phil. That right side winger and that centre again. Oh, he's got a cramp doing the Kenny Edwards. Kick it out, son.
And he does. Fantastic result
Best
right
kick
there.
of the game. It's the best.
Otago need to be urgent here. Need to form that scrum quickly so they can stop the clock. Not a time to be taking your time,
2 minutes, Vano.
Otago. You need to get into that scrum right now, and they do.
Heads are in. Referee stops.
Referee stops the clock. Yes.
He does, Graham Hill. It's really persisting down now. It's coming down quite heavy, so those...
I would probably bring the number 3 from Otago in a little bit closer to take that first hit up.
And get the speech to the sit on his shoulder, Patara.
3 on 19.
Get the shoulder, because if he's going to bust and offload, you want someone with you. Yeah, okay, they'll go wide.
Yeah, they shouldn't have done that. They should have just given it to him a lot earlier.
Here he goes.
But here they go. They come back to the right
goes.
side. He does well, and he doesn't want to stick next to that sideline.
Here he goes. Make a siver.
Yes, Amate. Oh, come on, he's inside the ruck set, but he
tried to
well
milk
hold
that.
on to the
He tried to
ball.
milk that boy. Oh, you got to go wide.
Touch, ref, touch!
All right, here's that big number 3.
Oi,
and
forward!
touched there by the Northern Swords.
2 tackles, Fano, 6 to go. The man with the hooters standing up.
And they're going back to the right side, and they do.
wide.
They need to go there.
You got to give it early, son.
19.
And straighten up, son.
Give it to his 19. They should have given the ball. And
he's-
so was this, number 19 was asking, why didn't you give it to me? Was Salia. He was standing there by himself. He wanted that ball.
He's going to go back down that short side. Here he is.
Here he is now. He wanted to play earlier.
No.
Oh, what a run and what a
15th
tackle.
final. Here it goes. Kick to win the cash.
Are
The
they going to go for it?
7.
He does.
kicks
He
across.
goes. He goes. The winger's there.
Oh.
Too hard. All right, Northland survived the onslaught by Otago. What a set that was. Fantastic scramble defence there by Northland.
It was like my bill, that kick. Too big. Too big. Too strong. Too much.
Too much in the end. And
Well,
they're taking their
Rowdy,
time to.
Has anyone got any wet weather gear?
That's what we need right now.
Come on. Got a snorkels and a goggles?
We're going to go and get some of those kina down there in Otago.
Mate, they're going to force the ball, aren't they? I give it up to both sides, you know. They've given it their all, both sides.
Absolutely.
I've got to give it up to
Otago
much
played
respect.
really well.
They have.
the
Northland
second
played
half.
well. They're hanging on. They were trying to do everything to beat themselves, but there it goes, and
There it
Northland
goes.
have won it.
Oh, my God.
Well done,
What a
Northland.
game. Congratulations,
Well
Phil.
done,
Thank you.
Well done, Phil.
Cheers, JD.
That's our commentator.
Yep.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Go down and enjoy it with your team, Phil.
No, I'm not going down there. You're joking.
Can we have Phil Marsh in the middle of the field to do the on-ground
Well done, boys. I'll see you up off.
on-ground presentations? Phil Marsh. Yeah, hello.
Thank you, boys.
All right, ngā mihi kia koe, Phil Kamutu kia koutou, no te nota, Kamutu koutou no te waipau namu, Kamutu kia koutou katoa I tūhono mai nei ki tēnei o ngā papa ahotanga o tātou. Thanks for tuning on in to this broadcast. JD, wrap it up, my friend. How did you enjoy that game, and what do you think of it?
Mate, 2 games, 2 points separating both the Wahine, the Stallions and the Vulcans, and also the Swords and the Whalers. I just pay homage to the conditions deteriorated in the second half, but to the Northland Swords credit, and also the Otago Whalers, they can be real proud of themselves. The way they conducted, the spirit the game was played in, could have gone either way. It's you know, the highlights are on screen now, so Whānau back home, wherever you may be watching, you can take in the highlights, and been a tremendous battle, and glad that the Heartlands get to come to town. Do not go away, Whānau. We've got the prize giving coming up, and we're taking that live. But good to have the Heartland teams from out of down there in the Waikato coastline, Gisborne, with the Stallions and the Vulcans. And here we have down in the heartlands of the South Island, Otago Whalers, and also our brothers from up north. And what a joy it was to have Phil. Join us, Phil Marsh, join us on the commentary, the junior manager of Northland. And, well, no, to see what Steve, he was supporting.
And of course, our wahine who joined us in the first fixture as well, Carla.
Carla Matua, yeah.
Big me going out to her and bringing her expertise to our commentary. Today it was absolutely really awesome to have her on board as well. Big ups going out to Above Sound and Above Productions for bringing us this live stream. Radio Tainui, of course, and how can I forget our tuakana wātea. I whakae mai, kia haere mai mātou, ki tēnei, me ki pēnei pia. Mō kau ki runga, tama ki ki raro. Ana ko te reo o Tainui tēnei mihi nei. Ki ngā whānau katoa. I tai mai a tinana, koutou I tūhono mai, wairua nei, ki tēnei o ngā kaupapa nui whakaharahara. And we definitely hope to bring you more and more of this coverage over the next coming years, whānau. So to all our up-and-coming players out there, get to training. I know that we had an elongated season this year, so you're going right into pre-seasons. Isn't that right, JD?
Yeah, we sure did, but at least we had a season.
Absolutely.
There were other codes and other people that couldn't, and yeah, you know, like it's weird, and we're under the pump here. And big shout out to our crew, man, in these trying conditions. They're doing their best to bring the game live to you people at home. And, you know, like I said, yeah, COVID, it disrupted us, but it didn't stop us.
No.
And we were able to carry on and get the football played. Big shout out to Taranaki Whānui down at Sanders Park in New Plymouth, where the Taranaki Maunga competition is going. Also the Wellington Pacific Cup down in Wellington. To me mate Phil and his Niue whānau and everyone that's headed off down there. And don't forget next week, NZRL whānau, we have the Niue and Tongan woman. Then we have the Kiwi Ferns. That side will be named later on this evening. And also the Samoan game. Sunday, our New Zealand clubs, 18s, couple of Waikato boys in there too, playing the New Zealand secondary schools, and of course the big one, New Zealand residents playing the New Zealand Māori tuakana team. So plenty of football to come next weekend. Good luck to both the sides that are playing in the next two games here at Trust Arena in Waitakere. But we look like we're getting ready for the prize giving. So when we head down there, we'll sign off.
Fantastic, whānau. Ana, we'll go on down to the field right now as the two teams make their way over for the presentation. So we'll cut over to there right now. Whānau, ngā mihi.
Good idea, how are you?
Come on, you can do better than that. Make some noise. That's better. Righto, before we get into the awards for the actual game, we will do the overall awards for the tournament itself. It's my great pleasure to announce the Men's Championship Tournament Manager for 2020 from Northern, Junie Shelford. It's your manager of the whole tournament, ladies and gentlemen. And your trainer for the tournament from the Wellington Orcas, Clayton Amar. But I presume Clayton is not here, so we'll make sure that he gets that award. Round of applause anyway. Your coach for the 2020 NZRL Championship is from Otago, David Reedy. And the most valuable player for the tournament, ladies and gentlemen, from the Upper Central Zone Stallions, Johnson Perry. And I assume Johnson won't be here, so we'll ensure he gets the trophy as well. So we'll give him a round of applause. Congratulations to our match officials for this afternoon. Fantastic effort. Can I please ask them to come forward in the middle with the whistle? Please welcome Graham Hill. And your two touch officials, Jason Wilson and Jack Fevers. Thank you, gentlemen. Wonderful game of rugby league. And your most valuable player for the grand final of the championship in 2020, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause from the Northern Swords, your number 13, Nathan Wickie. Well done, mate. Fantastic game of footy. Get a photo of you. Stand in the photo, mate. Stand in the photo. Now, ladies and gentlemen, can you please welcome up the captain for the Otago team to come up and receive their runners-up medals and to say a few words. Led by their captain, thank you.
All right, wasn't really prepared to say anything there, but hard luck to our boys. Fought pretty well out there. That first half, you boys just took us off the park, eh? So hats off to you boys. That was a big first 40 from you, and it was just chasing leather from there. And we obviously couldn't quite chase it through at the end. So yeah, well done Northland, well deserved. Played really well, boys. And to our boys, back to the drawing board. It's another year of what ifs. Cheers.
Well done. A round of applause for the Otago Whalers, ladies and gentlemen. A fantastic game of rugby league, and of course, they've come a very, very long way indeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, your championship winners for 2020, please welcome up to the microphone the captain of the Northern Swords to say a few words, followed by his team to receive their winners' medals and, of course, the trophy.
How's it, everyone? First of all, thanks to Otago for turning up, and it's a good game. Thanks to New Zealand Rugby League for sorting out a good tournament. After all the stuff that's happened this year, it was good to get something across the line. And thanks to all our coaching staff, everyone that's helped out along the way, and yeah, shot the boys here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome up the entire team of the Northern Swords to receive their winners' medals. Come on up, gentlemen, please. No, come and get your medals first. Get your medals first. Come on. Stand in the rain. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Your 2020 New Zealand Rugby League Championship winners, the Northern Swords. Come on, you can do better than that.
Hey guys, straight to the camera, boys. Thank you, lads.